if you want.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to
Hi,
our flight. Say good evening, Andy.
hiya, welcome. Um, Lovely Thursday evening as usual.
Lovely first evening. What country are we flying from today, Andy?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, indeed.
Yeah.
Lots of yellow
In
everywhere.
fact, I can show you a map if you want to change to my point of view.
There's your point of view.
Okay, so this is well, you know what the app is, but for other people, this is little nav map, a brilliant software. We say it every time. And what we're doing today is we're going to fly. I'm not going to try and pronounce the titles, but Al Wajih, maybe. We're going to fly out from there. This is where we are in the world. So actually, this is not bad a way of showing it off. So we've been flying. Just a quick recap. We flew from London over France this way, or London down to Dover, over France, over a little bit. Well, we didn't actually get to Switzerland. We dived Geneva, which was not in or part of it,
Yeah,
down to Italy.
I always thought Geneva was part of Switzerland.
Yeah, but the airport we landed in is outside,
Right.
bizarrely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a learning thing. Then we flew down through Italy, through all the classic places, Rome, and then over to the Greek mainland, of whatever this bit was, Greek mainland, onto Cyprus. Then down from Cyprus, we came down to Port Said, and then we're currently coming down the coast here. So we followed the Suez for a while, and then we followed this coast down, and we are currently here in our world tour. I should go back and work out how many stops we've done so far, but it's probably around 20 now. So if we say it's 20 today,
Yeah.
it'll be 21.
It's quite a few, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's where we're going today. So we're really sort of taking a hop across country because we want to get over to here, and then probably actually go a bit south, but we want to get down to India across this way. But this gets us a third of the way across Saudi Arabia, and funny enough, Saudi Arabia is full of desert.
It's full of yellow according to the little nav map.
Yeah,
But I'm hoping
yeah.
it's going to be a little bit more interesting than that, but we shall see.
Yeah, and I'll pop this map up occasionally. Well,
First time
So
in
that's
this
where-
part of the world, virtually or reality.
yep. So that's where we are, and we're both flying the Piper 28 PA28 Arrow from Just Flight. Really
Yeah.
nice model. Grant's got turbo as well. That's mine. But we're basically doing that. We're going to do a cold start. Grant's going to lead us through the checklist, getting this plane up and running properly. Okay.
Indeed. So
Right.
let's
Ready to go.
let's dive in this
Do
side
you want to go
and
to
your
your
side.
to your point of view?
Yeah.
Oh, incidentally, for people watching this on the VOD, we've got a mechanism where we can. Well, sounds like it's made from Victorian times, but we've got a way of switching between our points of view. So I'm streaming as a guest and on the software we've set up, and then Grant is the host. So occasionally he'll look panicked because he's pressing buttons and trying to get things working.
And
But on the whole, yeah,
yeah, if
working.
I'm looking that way, I'm looking at mission control over there, and I'm probably
It's
crashing
all-
this way.
It's all going wrong.
So we'll try not to do that. All I really need is a screen up there at some point. But let's fly before we can walk. Hey,
Oh God.
right.
Just trying to work out how to put my head in the middle. Okay, there. Right, so when the circle on the screen is green, that's actually showing Grant's point of view. If it's green for me, it's showing my point of view, so you can kind of work out who's flying at the current time. Normally, it's either embarrassing crashes or it's something nice out the window.
Yeah,
But the first one's normally true.
And being absolutely honest with people before they see it happen in reality, I'm still getting used to these rudder pedals, but Andy's an expert,
Yeah.
so
Thank you.
he'll take off in a straight line every time.
What part of rudder pedals is pressing too many at two times? So one of the things Grant introduced me to was the need for chocks on your office chair,
Yeah,
and I thought that was mad when you told me about that. And what you don't realise is when you're playing a sim like this, you're actually pushing, especially when you're when you've got rudder, you're pushing back quite a lot,
Yeah.
and especially when it's all going wrong. And while you're doing that, your chair's moving backwards. Really annoying. So you've 3D printed your own chocks. I've got some casters coming which got brakes on tomorrow, so it'll be all there now.
Yeah.
but it all spirals out of control. The amount of since we've done the streaming, since we've got into flight sim, the amount of things around me while I'm playing
I know.
is ridiculous now.
Well,
I was happy with my Steam Deck.
Well, I've got a yoke here and a throttle quadrant there, a keyboard for this computer, a keyboard for that computer. 1, 2, 3 screens in front of me and a screen over there. So this does look like somebody controlling a railway line or bringing rockets down at Cape Canaveral. So don't know.
I don't think it's all got out of control, but it's all necessary. So that.
Let me go
and
get on the runway actually, because you're not. Oh, I've got somebody very close to me.
Right. That's not good.
Let's go outside.
Yeah.
I've got a plane sitting right on top of me. Is that you?
Yeah, it's me. So I need to move, but I can't move because So if you start your engine.
Let me click on everything on here. So we're going to have some landing lights, some taxi lights, and put the strobe on. Give myself a little bit of throttle, a little bit of mix. We will at some point, actually, I'm thinking of putting a camera on these controllers at some point as well.
Yep.
So that you can see how we fly. Because we've got all these hardware here, so we don't fly inside the cabin as such, clicking switches. We've got real switches to play with.
Mm-hmm. Just going to move my camera. I think.
So I'm going to start up and I'll move forward. See if we can start.
The lesson for next time, really, isn't it? That we should make sure we're on different parking bays. Because we're not going to be able to do the checklist unless you're going to cheat and drive forwards a little bit.
I'm going to drive forward a little bit.
Yeah, and then turn it all off again.
It should move forward a bit. So that's a good demonstration of the difference between these two models of Piper, though. That the turbo's got that high wing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
That high what do you call those wings at the back?
Actually, if you come to my point, you can see them a bit more easily there.
Your plane is bigger than mine, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're slightly older. Yours is a lot more streamlined. I think yours is bigger, actually, looking at the number of windows and things.
Hold on.
Mine looks 1960s compared to your one.
That's weird. I don't think we're seeing the right plane models.
Maybe not.
Because if I flick, you can't see what's going out on the stream. But if I flick between the two of us,
right, I can see the stream.
Yeah, but
if you flick to your point of view, I'll see what.
So I've got this great big orange thing behind me. That's not a Piper.
Oh right, okay.
Can you see?
Yeah, but okay, so we can't do that because it's not using the right model. Okay, I'm inside.
I don't think that's a Piper anyway. It doesn't look like a Piper.
No.
It just looks like a generic thing. Anyway, I've cut the poor bloke's legs off.
That'll teach him. Right. So you're going to turn everything off and start from scratch.
Am I? Okay. Everything's going off.
Let's do this with you reading out the checklist from top of flight sim.
Right, we're all off.
So we can get this started properly.
Oh, we on. Right, let's close up the VFR. We don't need that. Close that. Where is the checklist?
The tick in the middle.
Right, checklist. Yep. We happy? Okay. Everything good on the interior?
Yeah, pre-flight wise, I did that before we took off.
Yeah, I've got
and exterior. Just a quick look around that. I'm pretty sure that all the wings there and everything.
Yeah.
One thing we do need to check is fuel though.
Yeah, I do. I do seem to have somebody embedded in my wing, but I'm sure that'll be fine.
It's just cleaning it. Okay. Before engine start is what I'm on.
Brake is set.
I'll let you talk so we don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying brake set. Gear is down. Yeah,
Do you want
gear
to
is
go?
most definitely
Want to go
down.
in? Do you want to go inside your? Or are you just doing outside?
That means me knowing where everything is actually inside the aeroplane.
Yeah. Well, no, because it's got buttons. So one of the things we need to do that isn't on this checklist probably is chock and turning them off on the iPad on the right hand side.
Yeah.
So let's turn them off and then turn off the. Oh, you want yokes actually? Let's turn the yokes
What in this checklist?
on the. You've got them off already. What's that green you've got in the middle?
State saving.
Second.
So as my plane begins to wear out, it'll actually wear out.
All right.
And it
I'll
remembers
have
how you left the switches and things as well.
I'll have that on. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to hide my iPad.
I think what we should do to get this
It
flight
upsets.
kicked off is just check our fuel levels, and
Well, I think that'll be part of the engine start, to be honest. So if you go to engine start, it should be, interior. Actually, interior is where pre-flight interior is where it checks fuel.
yeah.
So if you want to go through that, parking brake should be on. So it's more than just looking around.
There's about 200 items on this checklist.
Yeah. Right. It's a plane.
Right.
Right. Parking brake is on.
My parking brake is on.
Check your gears down. Kind of hope that's true. Avionics is currently off. A mixture is set to lean. Should be set to lean.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm reading. Magnetos are off. Basically, plane silent. Your battery switch is on. Ooh, lights. Your fuel quantity, check it.
Yeah.
And if you click the eyeball next to where it says fuel quantity, it'll actually lead you down to where it is, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Where is the fuel on this plane? So we might as well learn. That's what we would do playing. Okay, so fuel quantity is in the middle. There's like few meters.
Just how do you put the tablet away?
It's the switch furthest away from the. So at the top, there's two rocker switches. It's the one nearest you. So,
That one.
Be gone
Aha.
now.
Gone. Okay. Sorry, I'm not on. I'm still. You're still on live. So.
yes, okay. Okay, so I was watching my screen at myself.
No, but you.
So if you look down towards the pedals, there's 3 view meters. Kind of, they're gauging. So if you flick to your camera,
Yeah.
help you. Okay, right. So zoom in on the cluster a bit.
This cluster, the main cluster.
Yeah, just zoom. Yeah, keep going. And
I can see.
yeah.
I'm full up of
Yeah.
fuel.
looks like you are. Yeah.
I'm full up.
Okay, so that's good.
So.
So we check that.
Yeah.
Annunciator panel is sitting there with little 3 lights on it, which is where it says
So
it
you're on.
says it's these 3 here.
It says vac or oil.
Yeah, they should all be lit. So if your plane's got that, it's fine. And it says turn the battery switch off again, so you don't waste it. All your flight controls are okay.
Yeah.
Tell me it. I'll make it so you can see my yoke again. Okay, up, down, in, out, up, down, flaps. Rudder's okay. I see your rudder go. Brake. Cool. Flaps, check. You have to go outside to see the flaps really, but I suppose you could look across the wing. The smart way to do it instead of getting out of the plane.
Ailerons, flappies. The bloke sitting in my wing says they're all right.
You go get a cup of tea, couldn't he?
He could. Right.
He doesn't seem that bothered. He doesn't seem that bothered with.
No, he's got no. He's got
Elevator
no feeling
trim
in his legs.
Yeah, elevator trim is neutral.
Yeah.
You tell that. Where is the elevator? Yeah.
That's a good question. Where is the elevator trim? Oh, it's that, but it's the handbrake thing in the middle. Are you talking about flaps?
No, elevator trim. It's the trim wheel, basically.
Oh, I don't know where the trim wheel is.
No, somewhere it should be affected. It. I know where it is. If you look down at your seat, you'll see it down there.
Oh, right in the middle. Yeah, that's working.
So make sure that's set to 0.
0, yeah. Flaps are 0.
And we can complete that page. Next, exterior. Check all controls. We've done that. All the tie downs. Oh, it does actually say tie downs and shock have been removed. We've definitely done that. Yes, in my case. Tow bar's been disabled. The oil door is closed. It's on the outside of the thing, isn't it? Hour and a half of this was getting ready to go. Oil quantity. And where do you see oil quantity, do you think?
Oil is...
Oil quantity. You can't see that from a dial, can you? That's going to be something you have to get out and look at. Can't worry about it. The baggage door is closed. Yes, it is. Next. Before the engine starts, make sure your circuit breakers are in. Well, they are. Because nothing's broken. Alternate air is off, which is that lever there. Off means closed, I think.
Everything's off.
Maximum RPM on the prop.
Maximum?
Yep.
Okay.
Fuel, because you use the throttle to the thing, don't you?
Yeah, but on the ground, I thought, you're supposed to have minimum RPM on the prop. Okay.
Well, it probably tells us to turn it down once we've started the engine.
Right.
It's about starting the engine, isn't it? Make sure your tank selector is set to any one of the tanks, but normally the one with the most fuel. Okay.
Left tank.
Good.
Oh, I have to remember to change that mid-flight then. Left and right.
Yeah, you do. You do actually, because it hasn't got an auto thingy.
Hasn't got a both setting.
Nope.
Right.
All right. Engine start. We've got a cold engine. So we'll start with that. Throttle should be open half an inch. Battery switch on. Click it down. Alternator on. Beacon light on. Navigation light on. Auxiliary boost EMP. Not sure what that is. We'll come back to that. Mixture up to rich
Auxiliary
until flow
boost.
peaks.
That's the fuel pump switch, I think. The auxiliary boost. I'm guessing.
Maybe. Well, we can do that. Got fuel pump. Actually, pump. Ooh, nice whirry noises. So this says rich until flow peaks and then cut off. Where's flow?
That's the meter. I think that's the meter down on the bottom right hand corner, isn't it? Oh no, manifold. Is that manifold pressure? That's down near the starter key. Galileo fuel flow and manifold pressure. Under your yoke, there's 2 dials. Yeah. So that dial on the left is your manifold pressure and your fuel flow.
Right. If we take mixture down. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So it says do that until it peaks and then cut off. So you need to cut off mixture a little bit. It's kind of like priming the pump.
But you're not running yet, are you?
No. This is getting ready to start. So basically what you're doing is making sure there's fuel in the engine, like a carburetor.
Yeah.
Okay. Mixture set to rich when the engine starts. But for me, look out the window, make sure your propeller's clear. Fair enough.
All right, looking at my email.
Start the plane. Make sure brakes don't need to be on because you're parking brake anyway. And then turn your can't actually hear my game.
So does that dial actually work then?
What one?
That one with the rich.
Yeah. So you need to go. You just cut your engine. You didn't. So once you started, you're supposed to rich until the flow peaks, then cut off. But when the engine started, you press rich. You go rich. Can't hear the game now. Right. So we've still got brakes. Throttle adjust to 1500 RPM. I'll make sure your starter button goes back to both. RPM. Where's RPM? Down there.
Next to the other gauge you was looking
at.
at.
So we're going to get that to about 1500. Okay. And oil pressure is fine, I'm sure. Okay, ready to taxi. Landing light as required. Avionics, switch the avionics on. That is a many switch button thing. So you have to go through and you have to click them all over. So that is a case of clicking this to on, that to on, or voice will do. That to on. And you have to be careful it doesn't go past test. And that's to on as well.
Yep.
And then this to on. Now I know how to do it. That to on. Go to do that. And how do we turn this on? Middle. Frequency. Yep. So I think I've got everything switched on. Yep. Okay. Heading indicator. I'll press B on your thing to set your barometric pressure on your keyboard. And that will set the height properly. Okay.
Yep.
Heading indicator set.
That's your heading bug, I assume.
Yep. Done that.
What way are we going?
Could follow the yellow line. Okay, taxi area is clear. Release the parking brake and you're on, basically. We're flying.
Are you moving?
That was worth. No, you can go first. You're in front. Your propeller's not. Or is it?
My propeller's spinning.
Okay. Maybe it turns it off for frame rate. Okay, my friend. Head up to the end of runway 33, which is on the, I can't remember. I'll tell you in a sec.
We're just requesting taxi.
Okay. So runway 33 is to your left, I think.
Okay.
And there's a taxiway there.
Yeah, well I
taxi to and hold short runway tree via taxiway
No,
cross
come
runway
with you.
to my right.
Right Piper 69er X-ray.
Is it? You sure?
Well, that's the way it seems to be pointing me.
Okay. Where you're going? Where are you going?
Well, this is where she's telling me to take off from. Might not be where we've set it up from.
Okay.
I don't know why that does that. When you pick the runway that looks right, and then you get there, and they tell you to take off
Yeah.
from a different runway. Stop.
Trying to get,
Tower
struggling to
Piper
get
Golf
going at the
Alpha
moment.
Papa
Don't you?
69er X-ray at runway tree, ready for departure to the north.
We're at runway tree.
Piper Golf
Departing
Alpha
to the
Papa
north.
69er X-ray QNH 29.65.
That sounds right.
6 at 5. Departure
So-
to the north approved.
I've got.
Cleared
You
for
don't have
takeoff
your
runway
taxi
33.
things on, do you? You turned everything off on yours.
Cleared for takeoff runway.
I can have taxi lights on. I'm not actually going forwards though, for some reason.
You alright? Your brakes off?
It looks like it is, but it's just not moving.
Throttle up a bit.
Flat out. Make sure I haven't got chocks on. Possible.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Where's your blue lever? Fully forward?
Yep. It's there. It might be that it's out of sync. That looked like it was moving. So, do all this training. I can't actually see that my feet are doing anything on the rudders though. That's doing something, but the brakes aren't.
Look at you.
Have a look at that.
Yeah.
Can't see the brake pedals doing anything when I press on the brakes.
Switch your brake on and off again?
Well, parking brake I can do. It's working.
Yeah.
But actual left to right button brakes aren't doing anything. So they might be fully engaged. That's the yoke in that.
Do you know what? I don't see my brakes do anything. Sitting here
Okay,
on the
so
runway.
maybe it just doesn't animate.
No, the brakes don't move, but the brakes do work because I've just used them.
Can I go, please? Parking brake off. It's a bit short fly, isn't it?
I can't hear your engine, so is that
You
going
can
flat
now.
out?
Yeah. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Anyone in stream watching this, help?
Nada.
Hmm.
So
There's nothing else to turn on, is there? Should make sure my landing gear thinks it's down. I'm just sitting in the cockpit going, it's all good. Oh, I'm not on active pause or something. I bet it's that. Yep, that's why.
Oh.
Piper Golf November Delta
slow down.
554,
Where you going?
Taxi north
Where you
departure.
going?
I know what it was.
Yeah.
Look at my stream.
Yeah, everybody see you come on active pause. Are you in the air now?
No, I'm just going very fast and trying to stop again.
Taxi
Right,
to
okay.
short runway tree via
Right.
taxiway
So,
cross runway.
Would you
On
like
that
to
checklist,
Piper
Yeah.
554.
on that checklist, let's put
active
make sure
pause?
your active pause is off. Oh, that's a new one. That's a new one.
That was quite cool.
Yeah,
cool, actually.
if you can't go anywhere and you can hear the game, active pause.
Right. Go on. Find your runway. I'm sitting on the runway.
Right, coming. Oh, come on. If I got a button, Matt. No, I'm. Come on then, go. Oh, brakes. Right, where are you?
Where am I? Good question. See if I can see you.
Well, if you're on the runway, I can. There you go.
Got
All right,
you.
we're going to do a bit of a Land Rover-y thing going on here. Not a really done thing with the plane, but as we're
I can't even see you. Are you that far away?
I'm coming.
Let's
That was new. We haven't done that one before.
this is me looking for him somewhere. Where he's out there somewhere. Let's have a
On
scan.
your checklist, oh, on your checklist, just make sure that if Paul's. Have you turned off your landing markers now, or not?
My landing markers. No, I've
Yeah,
still
you
got
know
them
the
on.
red ones.
I've still got them on. I'll turn them off next time.
I'm coming over.
Can't see you.
Right. So 33 is on our left. So you're not actually on 33, are you? Not at the end of it, anyway.
You're a long way away.
No, I'm coming.
I'm in the middle. That's where it said to
Yeah.
go to.
But you can't take off from the middle, surely.
No, it seems to think we can. Let's give it a little bit of flaps. Are you with me?
Taxi properly. Ish.
I don't actually see you, bizarrely enough. It's one of those again.
All right, I can see you. You're over there. Stream looks good still. A little bit choppy.
Oh,
Bad.
here you come. Here he comes.
All right. Sorry about that. Actually,
Right.
yeah.
I will, as I'm in front of the queue, I'll take off.
You head off.
And then I shall switch to you if you want, or if you take off
just-
really quickly behind me, no one will see
Just
you.
do what you like.
If that's better for you.
Go on, off you go.
Runway tree north departure.
You don't have to press these much for the brakes to come in, do they?
Runway tree Piper 554.
No.
Okay.
There's not a lot of space to take off on that runway in the middle.
That's because you're in the middle. It's fine. Okay. All right, wheels up, flaps up. A minute. Bit close on me up, mouse. Okay. So, route-wise, we got to sling a left.
Yeah.
Or accurately talking, we got to go
Tower
west.
Piper Alpha November
Go
Delta
west.
554. Continue
Here we are.
for
You're
north
you're
departure.
you're on.
How are we doing for RPMs and things?
I don't know, my airspeed's not very high.
Through climbing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Turn the yoke off so give people a clearer view of what's going on. You right?
Yeah.
Just coming back onto the line where he should be.
Just behind
Overshooting the line. Overshooting the line should be.
Tower Piper Alpha, November Delta 554 frequency change. Jetta Center Piper.
How high are you?
2000. Eight, 1800. It's not so boring out here. Stuff going on. Trim the plane a bit. Where are we going? You sure this on your one? Does the route look like it's set? For me, it doesn't.
I'm assuming that's the route.
Well, that's just going the wrong way. I'm not convinced. Have we got to put this on nav 1 or something? Yeah. Level off at 3000 or 2.5. 2000 is probably about right for now.
You've got a little nav map on.
Yeah, I have. I'm just coming back to the route we said. I'm not going to share the map because it looks embarrassing. I can, actually. Oh, and then it disappears because it's got behind my game. So, yeah, something like that. We're okay. I don't know why it's not in the game though. No. The game thinks we're using VOR, so we need to change that.
I don't think this has got navigation as such as
It's got GPS. Yeah, it's got GPS
yeah,
on
but it
the
hasn't
right.
got autopilot,
It's got autopilot.
not navigation autopilot.
Let's see. Maybe. I don't know how to switch it. There's no CDI type like between nav 1 and zoom, leaning forward like I'm in a plane. Useful.
Ah,
You found it?
I've just got heading to work by clicking the switch manually.
Right.
It doesn't seem to be taking any notice of the settings on the yoke, on the throttle. So I can now steer the plane using the bug.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. I've got a route. I'll follow it. You follow me.
That yellow line. That yellow line isn't pointing at where we're going.
No, it's not. That's pointing to the nearest VOR. It's in that direction. I think.
Let me get on the
It's
line.
not using our route.
I'll get on the line and then I'll work it out.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with this?
Okay.
Because I'm miles off the line for a minute.
Okay. Ish. Not far off. Totally wrong to what it says VOR1's going. So you need to set that to I got no GPS, you've got no GPS. It's just the way it is. What we should have done is set the frequency to the VOR near where we're going. So let me find that.
You shouldn't need to set it though, because we've got a GPS.
Yeah, but it's not controlling the plane though, is it? So you can work it out if you want.
I'll work it out.
Effectively, we want to go sort of towards
I'm just getting myself on
VOR 116.7 could give us somewhere near the direction we want to go.
How far are you ahead of me?
Hmm?
Are you ahead
I don't know, I
of me?
can't see it. Yeah, I should think so. Let's have a look.
No, you're just over there, so you're closer to the line than me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm to your left, a little bit behind you. Couldn't see you. You're exactly in my blind spot inside the airplane. So I'm just using the heading bug to fly at the moment.
Yeah, but how do you know what to set that to?
Well, you just twist it round on the compass.
Yeah, but you don't actually know where you're going.
I do, because I can see the pink line on my GPS.
On your GPS?
Yeah.
On little navmat?
Oh, you don't have a GPS?
No.
Okay, I've got a GPS.
Show me.
Generic 450 climb and maintain flight level 190.
Where's that?
You see my GPS? It's just under my
To go
picture.
full screen. Oh, okay. No, I've got nothing. I've got none of that modern tech. Okay, so you're not. So I'm following VOR1 because I haven't got whatever the opposite of NAV1. So you've got the advantage. You've actually got NAV1.
I've got a pink line.
Yeah. Whereas I've got green line, which is radio only. It's my own choice. But that's okay. So luckily I've got a map.
Now I'm sort of on the pink line. I'm going to work out how this works. But yeah, you're going to have to follow a VOR.
Yep, which I'm doing. So I need to set kind of up there. What's that? 114 point. Whoop. 114.9. But that's okay. It's all part of the learning experience. Getting a bit high though. Well, I suppose mountains are coming. So yeah, if you pretty much spot on. So it's saying I'm 110 nautical miles away from the VOR,
Right.
I think. Or maybe not. No, it's not. It's not picked it up yet. Fascinating. $114.9. Crazy you have to set each of the radios up because they don't talk to each other. Right, excellent. So I've set the radio up to look for the VOR that's not quite, it's on our route, but only if once we've done some turn.
Yeah.
And we're 68 nautical miles away from it. which is good. I'm not sure how I tell. Yeah, it's actually working right. What it's trying to do is tell me to go off. Oh, because we're going along the mountain range and then across.
Yeah.
It's actually telling me to cut the corner straight over to the VOR. If you look at my dash now, kind of see the yellow
Yeah.
indicator, what they call it, CDI. So if I flew that way, I would actually go cut the corner off, but end up where we're going to.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't think I'd like to fly a plane without GPS right now. Not that bright. So my up arrow key seems to do something. Yeah, probably me swapping game screen in OBS. That. Excellent. I'm not good at it. Flight wise, you all right? Otherwise?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah. I think I'm a bit high. Drop back a bit. Trim this plane. A little bit in front of me now. Are you on turn? Yeah, you are.
Yeah. They look reasonably high, those hills in front of us. I'm sitting just under 5,000 feet.
Right.
Who are we on? Let's put you on, sorry.
Right. Flying by trim, really. So you can see the VO. You look at the top left on my. Oh, I'm sitting right in it.
Yeah.
Probably something we could change design-wise. But I'm coming across now to be pointing straight at the VOR.
I just worked out how to change my CDI anyway.
Excellent.
So now I can fly using the yellow marker.
Cool.
I wonder if that will do nav mode. Yes, and I've now got nav mode.
Cool.
It works different in this plane. Well, it was just finding the CDI button. You can change your instruments mid-flight, you know. I know you enjoy yourself.
Can't.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. No,
Yeah.
because there's no technician with me.
Yeah, there
to
is. There
do
is.
that.
It's that secret iPad technician.
Yeah, I know. Well, I can look at it, but I'm fine with what I've got actually. Little sat navs. Little nav map is happily sitting there.
How fast are you flying?
Not fast enough if you're going off into the distance. Remember, you got turbo as well. So
Yeah, let's pull back.
I've got. What am I doing? 130-ish.
I was doing 150 knots. I'm going to pull back.
So we're doing all right on the route.
Yeah, so how did you work out what way you were going? Just by following your...
So set the frequency to there, which is basically the navigation radio.
Yeah.
And then down here you can also set the radio up here as well to the same frequency, and then it tells you how far away you are from that VOR.
Right.
And then the VOR we're going toward I'll put the map across. Is good. Zoom out.
But there is no VOR there, is there?
There is, yeah. Hang on a sec. Because that's the one I'm going to. So if I flew straight to it, go straight over those hills,
Yeah.
and then I could set the VOR to that one afterwards, and then straight to the air where we're going. So it's all radio. It's cool. I like the way it tells you distance. Pretty fancy. You see the Did you see that stream last night, John?
No,
Jonathan
we was
Thingy's there?
we was watching something. Don't remember
That's
what
okay.
we was watching.
So that, apart from being really expensive, that plane did look really good. But I don't think it's your kind of plane because it was 1970, and
Yeah.
it's a jet plane. It's 1970, 69, 70. And it was like very, very dial orientated flying,
Right.
and no GPS or anything. Really well done. Loads of detail. So if it ever comes down to, I don't know, 30-ish, 54 is a bit of a leap, isn't it? Really?
But it's
So
everything.
where we are.
Everything works. It's one of the.
Yeah. It's study level.
Right.
I think he liked it. He struggled a bit to get it started because, or to start it properly, because there is a checklist and a half in that one.
Yeah.
But it looks like a really interesting plane to fly, though. And because it's older, it's got a yoke rather than a joystick, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But, it was pretty smart. It's an old, a bit like a TriStar, in that the engines are right at the back of the tail.
Yeah.
And it even simulated the diesel blackness, or kerosene blackness, I suppose, comes out of the plane when it's flying.
Oh, okay.
So, not that it didn't really care about the environment so much. But really good plane. It's on my wish list, but it's if anything, it's going to be a birthday present.
Yeah.
So that's about all. It's that expensive, it's a birthday present. But it was good. He does like. I mean, he's a software developer, isn't he, Jonathan?
Is he?
Whatever he's saying. Yeah, and I think he's got a fair bit of spare money. Plus the stream's starting to pay now, so he's probably paying his way on
Yeah.
new content, because you always got to have new content. But he's good.
It's
I
all
like the
about
way he does it.
content.
Yeah, it's interesting he does YouTube rather than Twitch. So I wonder if that's personal choice or just the way he ended up.
He does a lot of live flights on YouTube, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. So he did 2 last night in the Fokker jet. One to get a feel for it, and then the second one was proper start. But yeah, it was good. Then we watched Avatar: The Way of Water, which I don't know if you've seen.
The new one,
Yeah, the new one. It's on Disney.
is it?
Yeah. 3 hours on 15 minutes of CGI demo, to be honest.
I might watch it as it's free to watch on Disney.
I think it's really impressively done. And I was reading, Karen didn't like it. And she started by not liking it in the first place, but it's not deep on story it's better than the original, actually, from the storyline, because the original was more Pocahontas and then that was it. But
Yeah.
this has a more of a depth story, but I think what really showed was the amount of tech, how they did it. So one of the things that I was reading afterwards was, they do motion capture for films and things
Yeah.
and games. They did motion capture underwater
Right.
for that film, because there's so much in the way of water and swimming in it. So they actually built a pool. Well, originally they did it in John Landis's swimming pool, proved the technology,
Yeah.
and then they spent a year trying to get it to work perfectly, and then they built a swimming pool with the technology in it and made all the actors swim and whatnot. So that in itself it looks really authentic all the way through.
Yeah.
There was, if you just step back a bit and say, okay, these blue people, they're obviously not really there. Some of the detail on the swimming side, on the plants, it's just ridiculous. It's just so much time spent on. Whether it made the film better or not, I don't know. But I thought it was all right. I wouldn't watch it again. Didn't need to. But
Oh,
if you wanted the ultimate CGI demo, it's definitely there.
I mean, the Disney subscription's not bad, is it, considering
No,
when you get
no,
all
we
those
don't,
films?
don't mind that one. I think Karen got a good deal on it for a year anyway. So, but it's only six. I think it's quid. I think Disney, maybe a bit more.
Jordan pays for Disney.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I wouldn't say we watched Modern Family on there. Great suggestion, thank you.
Right.
And we're still ticking our way through that once a day, having lunchtime or whatever. And that Murders Happen in the Building, which is also good. Only Murders in This Building.
Yeah.
That was good. And then now and again, there's a good classic on there. But I think if we didn't have Modern Family, it'd be hard to justify having, because I'm slowly ticking it away. And every now and again, there's something new, but not enough.
Have you finished Only Murders in the Building then?
Got 2 episodes left, I think.
Of the first season or the second season?
Don't think there is a second season yet, is there?
Yeah, there's 2 seasons
All right.
on Disney, and then
All right.
there's a
First season then.
right.
Yeah, you know how we watched.
Yeah, I'm halfway through that on the first season.
Yeah.
The third
Yeah.
season's going to be out very shortly, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. It's a really good series, and it's nice that it's tiny. I don't know if you've got to it. There's a really clever episode. I think it's probably episode 8, where it's done from the point of view of the deaf guy. If you've come across him yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that all the way through it, they do it as if you can't hear. I think it's really clever and really brave to do as well.
I like the episode with Sting, to be honest with you. That was a bit unexpected.
Every now and again, they come back to him being a suspect.
But you think Sting would get fed up with the "Don't stand so close to me" jokes by now? I'll
Well, the
do
dog.
it, but as long as there's no "Don't stand so close to me" jokes.
I think it's probably quite easy for him because he lives in New York anyway. So
That's where he lives,
there's
isn't
a bit
it?
of it.
That's really his
Yeah, it
house,
is.
isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. It's good. It's a good little series though. Clever. I'm gonna have to pull up. I'm gonna run out of space. My mountains are coming towards me.
Yeah, I climbed up a little bit. Why am I still climbing?
Yeah, that was good. So on my list of things to talk about was something that popped into my head. How do we know that biscuits called NICE are not just nice biscuits?
They are nice biscuits, though.
Hmm?
I like them.
I know, but you don't call them nice biscuits, do you?
I do call them nice biscuits.
Oh right.
What do you
Okay.
call them then?
They're actually nice biscuits.
Are they?
Yeah.
I'd always assumed that it meant the place, but I still call them nice biscuits because they
Okay.
are nice biscuits.
But
I do know that
You know,
it's Nice,
it
but
must be me being stupidly snobby. I just thought no one would ever call them nice biscuits.
I think everybody calls them nice biscuits, Andy.
All right.
I think
Maybe
you're-
it's just me.
I think you're the only... If you went into a cafe and asked for some Nice biscuits, I think
But they
would
are
look
nice biscuits.
Well, I bet
Okay.
I bet they're made in Croydon.
I don't know. They probably are by Tesco's for sure. But anyway, they're written all over it, and I just thought, how do we know? Without culture telling us, how do we know they're called nice, not nice? But apparently they're not. But it's just me.
Well, I think the
Me
problem
and my
is
wife.
I'm just finding a picture of them. Isn't there an
It's
accent
written.
in Nice?
No, there should be, but there isn't
So,
on the biscuit.
so my point is, they are nice biscuits because they're not nice biscuits without the accent.
But but
So you're wrong. 'Cause,
not
even
not
the
according to
packet,
Wikipedia.
even the packet where they had an easy opportunity to put an accent on it, doesn't have an accent on it. So
I
they are
I think they're
nice
used-
biscuits.
Well, they come from Nice. They're patisserie from France. So
I'm
Nah.
not sure I'm finding the right direction.
you're going across the corner, as far as I can tell. You should be turning towards the east, or flying towards the east now, and you look like you're going off into the distance to me.
I completely can't see my line anymore.
So the place we're going to is on the east, in the east. So if you set your VOR, if you really want to do that, to 1 second, 114.9, you'll basically have a direct line to it from where you should be going.
Totally lost now.
There's water down there as well. So, and you're on the basis that you think nice biscuits are nice biscuits.
Yeah.
Riche tea biscuits.
Rich tea biscuits.
No, riche tea.
Rich tea biscuits.
No, I always called them rich tea, so that's okay. But
Well,
where does that come from?
we could go
'Cause
down the path of chocolate bourbons.
Bourbon,
Yeah.
like the most unchocolate biscuit ever now.
Why? What's in them?
Nothing. It's like brown sponge.
What?
Okay, another biscuit test. Do you like those? I don't know what they're called actually, because I've avoided them for years. They're like lemon curdy biscuits. They've got like a glazed biscuit with a creamy lemon thing in the middle.
Lemon
Can't remember what they're
curd
called.
biscuits.
But they're not called lemon curd. They're another French invention. But
Right.
you probably never come across them. Sort of thing my wife would eat happily.
Right. I don't recall the lemon curd biscuit. I am unaware of its
Yeah.
presence.
Good. You've not missed anything. What about custard creams that have no custard in them? Or cream?
What do you mean have no custard in them?
Well, it's not custard in the true sense of the word, and it's not cream.
Well, I don't mind custard creams, but then
I like creams. They're two biscuits in one. Great.
I just get wound up by Oreos.
Nah, Oreos are fake biscuits.
Yeah, but my kids, only Oreos exist in my kids' world.
Really?
It's the only biscuit there is.
But
That's just a
they're
American
just
culture thing, isn't it?
sugar on, really. I mean, biscuits are biscuits, and they're sugar anyway. But these are like next level biscuit, next level sugar. They're right with ice cream all over them. And it's digestive biscuits, which I really like cheese on. Sorry, we're talking about stuff like that, and you shouldn't be
What, food?
enticing you. Yeah, well, it's not even food, is it really? Just bad things to eat. So you're flying the right route now.
I think I always have
But
been
you-
flying
but
the
you're
right route. What I don't understand is...
You're still about 10 miles off course from the line. 32 nautical miles to where we get to. This is actually really easy to read, this dashboard.
Where are
Top
we
bit.
heading?
Not a dashboard. I'm heading pretty much bang on east towards 114.9.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I am miles off.
You're a long way to one side of the line. You're going along the line, I think, but not in parallel with it.
I'm not. I'm nowhere near it.
All right. You look like you were flying beside me. Now.
In fact, we've got miles to go.
Hello. Well, we know we have. That's not too far. We're about halfway now.
Is that you in front of me?
No, that's some other plane. MEA 369.
I tell you what's happened. I've missed. I tell you why it's gone the wrong way.
So ignore your GPS unless you can change it to the next step. And set your VOR and have some fun with that. So nav 1 set to 114.9. And that'll do you for. Well, actually, you can see the runway in the distance anyway, because it's marked as a circle. But we're 28 nautical miles out from that.
From that runway?
From the next turn, which is on a runway anyway. Which is probably why planes fly that way, apart from the safety aspects. Yeah. Some more height. Pretty low. So I can tick these biscuits off the conversation list.
Well, as we talk about, so you are in agreement now, though, that they are nice biscuits.
No, I'm going to call them nice biscuits forever.
But you can't call them nice biscuits because even a Frenchman would call them nice biscuits.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
They call them nice biscuits.
No, not without the
I'll
accent, because they know how
Right.
French works.
When my daughter's back from France, I'll ask her. She knows French.
But without the accent,
I know.
it's a nice
they're-
biscuit.
They'll turn around and say, "Can't buy them in France anyway."
No, I'll tell you, they're made in Croydon. Anyway,
Do you think we're a country with the most selection of biscuit? Probably close, I think.
well, biscuits, because we only call them biscuits, don't we?
Right. Well, everyone else calls them cookies, or Americans call them cookies. What do Japanese call them? Probably patisserie. No. Recent content. So I would like that. Are you following me? Yeah. If you look at the dash, sorry, the dial, the CDI,
Yeah.
sec. That should line up, and it's not. I'm not sure why. Oh, there we go. Look, if your plane is flying straight to the east, you're bang on the route. Perfect.
Well, the fact you think we're nearly halfway worries me,
Why?
because I'm miles from halfway according to Little Nav Map.
Oh, yes, we are miles from halfway. Actually, you're right. I didn't zoom out enough. How long we've been playing? Can you tell how long the stream's been gone?
It's a long way. Not waiting. No,
Well, it's
doesn't
only
tell me how long
half
I've been
eight.
streaming for. That's an annoying.
So
That should be a nice statistic if it told me that.
It was about. Well, if you go to the stream manager, it'll probably tell you.
I'm trying to work out how I remove a waypoint.
Yeah, we never worked that one out. But we've been streaming for about 50 minutes, and we're a third of the way through. So, if only there was somewhere else to land. Oh, there is actually. If we wanted to, we could land at the next waypoint and call it.
Do you want to land there? I am sort of
Could
heading
do.
there.
Yeah. So
Where are you then in comparison to me though? I can't see you.
you're on my to my
Oh right.
left. So you're flying with me.
I am
Just-
now because I'm flying.
Yeah.
If you're flying towards the air of that runway, I am, but just not on
Yep.
the same.
Yeah.
What would you call it?
So what we
What's
could
that
do is
word?
decide
Vector.
vector. So we could decide that that's the first landing point, and then we fly off from there next time.
Okay.
Because well, unless you want to do another hour.
No, I'm alright
I
with
don't mind.
landing there because this has been okay. This
Yeah, it's been a good flight. Right. So what's the best runway for that one? I think I've got the hang of the VOR navigation stuff now. Pretty much.
So was you using the VOR at that airport? I'm assuming.
I am. Yeah, it's basically pointing to there. So if I zoom out. So I'm vectoring towards that. If you you can swap to my screen if you
So
want
that's
or not.
yeah. That's the Alt Prince Abdulhamid bin Abdul
Yep.
something or other.
And we should. It doesn't matter which runway we're coming on, but probably 12 to the north there.
Runway 12. That's the way we're
Oh,
heading.
10. No, it's showing 10 knots that way. Actually,
12 is just about into the wind. It's a crosswind.
yeah,
Whichever way you
maybe
go.
maybe 30 might be better off the bottom. There's not much in it really.
I'm actually not bad when it comes to alignment, right where I am.
Gone off course. The map. Okay, so we got 13 nautical miles before the landing, basically. It's not bad outside, is it? We said it might be a bit of a boring landscape, but there's lots going on.
Yeah.
There's water, and there was this green area just going over now. I'm literally following the road. Remember we said we were going to do that?
Yeah.
Basically, I am. So that's cool.
What runway did we say? Runway 12?
Sec, I'll tell you. Probably 30 coming in from the south a little bit.
I've just asked
So
for
to the-
1-2.
Okay,
She's letting me land at 1-2.
okay, I should do that as well, shouldn't I? Really? Quite a way out to start asking for permission.
I'm not that far out. 17 kilometres.
Select runway for land. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Oscar Echo Alpha Oscar.
Okay.
Traffic Piper Alpha November Delta 55411 miles west, 3,700 feet inbound to land runway 12.
I got no response to that. Didn't say I could do it.
Didn't say you could do it,
No,
grumpy old person.
it just went, yeah, okay, whatever you want.
This is quite high up, this runway, isn't it?
Oscar Echo Alpha
Because I'm
Oscar.
showing that I'm
Traffic
at
Piper
4,000
Alpha
feet
November
just
Delta
under, and there's no way I'm 4,000 feet up.
miles west,
No.
3,800 feet inbound to land
We're
runway
up in the air.
12.
Well, the actual airport is let me see, runway. Say. This is only 400 foot. I don't believe that.
No, I think it's 4,000. Maybe the runway's 400 foot long. That seems a bit short though.
Oh, 2,020 feet elevation. Says my friend in the corner. We are good. We're on a collision course. I can see you now. Air traffic control won't talk to me.
They won't.
No.
Oscar Echo Alpha Oscar, Traffic Piper Alpha November Delta 554 is on final runway.
You've got a good lineup.
Yeah. Well, I did.
Cross. Six nautical miles out. You got your landing lights on.
I think I've had them on since I took off.
It's not like you got switched to control that or anything. I'm going to come over to that hill you're just about to go over and then turn right.
It's
I
not
actually
a
have to
bad
go over a
marking
bit.
point.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to the... I think I need to go east a bit and then come back again. A bit too close. You want to flick to your point of view? Your landing?
No, but I will.
That's where the interesting stuff is.
I'm quite low actually.
You're a bit slow, maybe. That road's good for line-up as well, isn't it? Goes
Yeah.
straight towards it. Which is kind of an easy rule to remember, isn't it? Roads tend to go to runways. Throttle. Here it comes. That's quite cool being able to see your view.
Concentrating. I'll tell you about the man with cakes when I land.
But then I'll be concentrating.
Oh,
That mountain hilltop is perfect, isn't it?
yeah.
All right, I'm coming in. You noticed in this plane that if your throttle's not high enough, your landing gear doesn't come down very fast
Yeah.
because your oil pressure isn't high enough, I think.
Oh,
2,000 feet is the ground.
bad rudder work there, I'm afraid. Everybody.
That's something we've got to learn. Getting the hang of it though.
Anyway, managed to get back on the runway. Switching over to Mr. M over there.
Okay, I'm just on finals. I've got a real bad habit of bouncing this plane rather than landing it.
Yeah, I bounced that a little bit.
Gonna need to learn a bit more. It's not too bad. It's where you stop watching the stream and go, I'm watching what I'm doing. Thank you. There is a crosswind. It's not affecting me too much though. Oh, that's pretty good.
It looks pretty good to me. Dead in the middle.
Put the oh yeah, until you touch the ground. Because of that crosswind, I went straight over there. I did the same as you, I think.
Air traffic control
Try
hasn't given me anywhere to go and park.
Right, that was pretty awful. Kind of down though. Best it is. That wasn't a bad flight. Yeah, I know. What are you going to do?
I know.
It wasn't bad. The actual landing, I'd like to see a playback. It wasn't awful. Didn't bounce as much as they normally do.
Oscar Echo Alpha Oscar, Traffic Piper
No, I'm
Alpha
not
November
taxiing to
Delta
runway
554 is taxiing to runway 12.
I want to go and
That's
leave.
me. Yeah, actually, yeah.
She's not giving
We
me.
want to say we're finished.
I want to go and I want to go and park up, but no one's giving me any information.
No, it thinks we're taking off again.
For Golf Alpha Papa Niner
Oh, well.
X-ray is clear on
Let's
the
just
runway.
park somewhere.
Right.
You're just going to sit there.
No, I'm going to go. There's some buildings out there. Right, so while we go and find somewhere to park our planes, unofficially it seems. Where are you going?
Going over to the building.
Yeah, but you're not.
You were in the. Yeah, but you were in the way.
I'm on the yellow line, mate. You need to wait your turn. Now you can watch him in front of me now. Yeah, so we was just flicking through YouTube channels. It was on Sarah's bit, and there was a guy. It was an all-you-can-eat cake place in Battersea.
Right.
And I said, all-you-can-eat cake in Battersea? Let's watch that. So the guy went there. It was £24 to eat as much cake as you could, and he had to beat 12 pieces. That was the record that was on the wall. So I'm sitting there. He won't even make 10. Guess how many pieces of cake this guy ate in the end?
I know, he's on YouTube, so 40.
No, right. He ate 20. He really ate 20. You see him watch him eat 20 pieces of cake. And they reckon the bloke that ate 12 was laying over his chair at the end in agony.
Right.
He ate 20 quite easily. But anyway,
It's,
the moral of the story is, if you live in London, in Battersea, there's a place that you can pay £24 and eat as much cake as you like in 90 minutes. I have to stress, in 90 minutes as well. You didn't have all day to eat 20 pieces of cake.
Did they look like good cake? Just rubbish.
It looked like very nice cake. It was a proper make-it-yourself cake place with nice coffee and everything in Battersea. It was a good place.
Okay.
But
yeah, doesn't appeal.
There's a place in Battersea that does bottomless cake for 90 minutes.
Not
effectively.
a fan of quantity over quality. Okay, so this is where the planes are. If you want to follow me, I'm waving my umbrella
There's
up.
loads of buildings over there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a decent model actually.
Coach getting ready to take us to the hotel tonight. Did you book it?
Oh, I booked the other place because we didn't go here.
Oh, yeah. Damn, we're going to have to sleep in the aeroplane again.
Every time.
Quick, head over to that coach. I'm going to head over to this coach, see if they'll
Go
take us to where they're going.
All right. They probably know an all-you-can-eat cake place in Saudi Arabia.
There's lots of cars over there to the right, isn't there?
I'm going to buy the fuel gauge. Since now I've got saved things to fill up.
Is there a fuel thing here? I'd like to get a manual fuel thing. Where?
On the where all the planes are, where I am at the moment.
What that you can pull up to? Over in the corner?
Yeah.
Is that what thing over in the corner? Right, I'm going over there then.
It's only pressing. You only press a button, to be honest.
Going to ask for some fuel.
Don't crash into it. Makes 1980s style explosions. But it doesn't. In my head.
Ooh.
It's a bit heavy-footed on the brakes.
How'd you ask for fuel then?
When you get close enough, window pops up.
Did it?
I think. No.
You can't get any
Yes,
closer.
it did. Yeah, if you flick to my screen, you'll see a thing come up. There you go.
We're on your screen.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we're at 89% fuel, so I can fill up for next time.
See, you didn't.
Please, thank you.
You didn't switch your wing tank while you was on the way.
I didn't, so...
I did.
You've got a good point, actually. Halfway, you're supposed to flick it. So my fuel gauge...
And I actually flipped it temporarily the wrong way, and the engine briefly spluttered. Because I turned it off briefly.
Exciting. Good model, this. Okay, so how do I make sure I don't crash into it while I pull away?
Yo, you need a pushback now, don't you?
I do. No, how do I ask for one of those? I don't know.
In the drop down.
ATC. Announce. Yeah, but we can't because they think we're taking off. Announce tax.
Oscar Echo Alpha Oscar, Traffic Piper Alpha November Delta 554 is taxiing to runway 12.
Yeah, can I have a pushback? You don't get a pushback for a silly little plane like this, though.
You're hogging the fuel. I can't get it.
I know. I'm going to have to pretend I don't crash into it.
You're just going to go forward for it, are you?
Yeah. Well, no. I'm going to turn. just probably not enough. Oh, I've got my parking brakes. Hang on a sec. Yeah, I'm going through it. Sorry. Boom. Right. There's no one way you park it. Getting used to the rudders slowly.
Well, they're easier to steer the plane on the ground than they are when you're flying down the runway at 200 mile an hour.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Oh,
We've got to turn the plane off properly.
I didn't use any fuel, so I've got a setting somewhere that says don't use
All
fuel.
right. Right, so takeoff landing. Shut down. Parking brake set. Yes. Avionics off. One by one.
Not a lot going on here. Anyway, where have you parked?
To the left of the engine flip fuel gate thing. And here's some Morse code. Off. Okay. Maximum RPM, apparently. Engine idle 600. Yep, I agree. Mixture to idle, cut off. Magnetos to off. It doesn't say about turning the battery off. Securing the plane. Beacon light, there we go. Beacon light off. Navigation light off. Pitot heat, check.
Everything's off.
Off.
Oh, I'm off.
Alternator off. Battery off. Tie downs on. Good point. I don't know about those. Chocks. Tie downs on. Chocks on. Okay. Next. Evaluation.
Beacon off. Navigation lights.
Securing. It's after securing. That's it. Cool. I'm not sure my plane stopped yet. Cool. Everything is off. It's off. That's off. Parking brake is on. Fuel pump will be off. And they didn't tell me to do that.
There we go. Chocks, tow bar, all on.
Yeah, we didn't get the menu. There must be something else you have to do.
What menu? No, I didn't get the menu.
Maintenance. Let's have a look at this. So that does say oil quantity. So it's currently. So if you go to the iPad in the game,
I'm just curious about this plane that seems to be halfway embedded into the ground. Whose is that?
oh, that one.
I need to
Yeah,
work
that-
out drone mode. I don't know how to do drone mode.
You need use your Xbox controller for that. You just pick it up, fly the camera.
Anyway, that's a pretty bad accident. He's got no wing.
Excuse me. So if you go to the iPad in the game,
Yeah.
it's got it said about oil quantity originally.
Yeah.
It's actually on this iPad, so you can see it there. So I've got 8 quarts. I don't know about yourself. So if you zoom in
Yeah.
on the left-hand side,
Yeah.
what you got?
8 oil quantity, 8 quarts.
Okay. And what about battery voltage?
12 volts.
So if you press refuel oil, it makes an oil noise. And the battery was just a little bit down, so I was 11.7.
Won't let me.
What's this say? Warnings, prime fuel flow. Oh, okay. So that's when you're starting. Remember, it said about doing the mixture, putting
Yeah.
it back again. That's it. Feet back on. Cabin door. We'll get out of the
So,
plane.
have you changed your GPS?
What GPS?
Oh no, I'm looking at mine.
That's the one I've got. But if so you said I could change it.
Yeah. So see where in the middle there, on the
Yeah.
tablet, it says GPS. You click
Yeah.
on that, it will change between different ones.
Oh, look, and no one. Oh no, there's one in the middle. Okay, I don't.
So I have the radios, and I've got that basically that setup that
Yeah.
you've got there.
Yep.
So both lots of equipment. Anyway.
Right. So let's zoom out.
Right then.
Turn the iPad off a sec. And then get out of the plane using the handles which you told me how to use.
Yeah.
Unlock that. And the one up the top which you can't see because of the way the camera is. And push. Oh, it's hot here.
Door didn't. Oh, here we go. Door's open. Right.
Poof. It's really warm.
Oh, the plane's doing pirouettes out there now. If you can see, look.
Yeah, that's classic. You see them all the time. I haven't actually got that plane.
Just sitting here.
Good flight. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It was good to not worry about the tech too much. Get on with it.
Well, it did seem to work this time. We'll have to look at it.
We'll have to look at look at the VOD and see how that went. So whoever's watching this in the past, that was our flight. A little bit over ambitious on where we wanted to go. So here's the map where we ended up in the end. Not really considering where we were going to go.
We didn't get close. I need to learn how the GPS works properly in this airplane. I need to do some flights.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some island flights at some point.
I guess we got our next route set up.
Yeah.
Almost. It's still quite a long one, considering where we've been today.
I think I flew miles off of where I should have been, though.
You were up here.
I know.
You were here.
But
something like that.
It still appeared to be following the GPS, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, my route, I wavered around the line, but it wasn't.
I might get
towards the beginning. It was a bit of a state. This is ridiculous.
I might get me control set up for the turboprop next time.
Yep.
It's just. I think it's just a case of taking the mixture out of the sequence because that does something to it.
Yeah. It's the kick over, isn't it?
Yeah,
so what you want is a key that does kick over.
Well, that blue handle will do the kick over properly as long as you turn the fuel mixture thing off. Apparently.
Well, we've got.
According to
Haven't
what
we
said.
got? Haven't we got like another knob we can put on there anyway?
No, it's not another knob. It's one less knob you need.
Oh, okay.
So you basically go into the settings, copy what you've got, create a new one for the turboprop, and then just remove the axis for the mixture.
Oh, okay.
Just tell it that it doesn't have a mixture axis, and then apparently that other one will work properly. Moving it backwards and forwards will move it backwards and forwards properly.
We've got two more
Allegedly.
if we ever need them. I suppose the two more would be handy when you've got like one of those triplanes which have got individual motors set up.
Well, there are plenty of dual engine planes in the game we could set up and play, but
yeah, we'll get there. And we've got to use this bad boy at some point, haven't we?
The what?
Try and get in the camera.
Yes,
get it there.
yes. Use the 747. No one to trust me with 747 at the moment.
Just the fact that this is on this quadrant is nuts.
It's impressive, though, isn't it? Are you
It's
glad
so
you bought
nicely
it?
done. Yeah, it's so professional, so cool,
So
and everything about it is well built. So
I will try and get another camera set up at some point so that you can see me or maybe Andy will do it, flying the plane using these.
Sort of looking across the controls. Yeah.
Yeah, what we do.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
have
could do
another
that.
little window.
Well, I think I said you could use your phone to do that actually, if you wanted to.
What I might do
Or
is I
you've
might
got
use
a few webcams.
this webcam I've got in front of me. I'll use for my face, and the big camera I shall move and put on a tripod behind me.
Yep.
That'll do. Right, everybody. Thank you for
Excellent.
watching. And
Yep.
we will both catch you again on the dual flight and
Yep.
check out our individual streams as and when they appear.
Yep. Nice to see you, Grant.
And you.
See you
Bye
later.
bye.
Bye now.